Listen, let me tell you a story. A story of water, of power, of betrayal, and of one girl who changed her people's fate forever. Long ago, in the days of our fathers, there was a village where water flowed like life itself. From the sacred river, the people drank, cooked, farmed, and bathed. But one day the river stopped. People were confused. They waited 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, but not a drop returned. Soon their throats grew dry, their crops withered, their children cried for water. This was no ordinary drought. A powerful witch, dark and merciless, had sealed the waters. She was feared by all, for she had once struck down the servant of the river goddess himself. That servant was a man of honor. He was Adigwe's father. He kept the sacred duties of sacrifice, appeasing the goddess to keep the waters flowing. But when the people turned wicked, defiling the river with blood and sin, the goddess warned them. They ignored her, so she withdrew her blessing. The river began to fade. And the villagers, oh, how cruel they were! They turned their anger on the servant of the goddess, blaming him for what they had done. Day after day they mocked him. Night after night he wept. In his grief, he abandoned his sacrifices. In his anger, he spoke against the goddess herself. And in that moment of despair, the witch struck. She cursed him with illness, and soon he died. The water remained sealed. Without water, life became torment. The villagers were forced to walk to faraway lands to fetch it. And those journeys were filled with horror. Some were beaten, others robbed, women abused, men killed. Yet they had no choice but to go. Each journey was a journey of fear. Each return was a return of shame. And the river remained silent. But deep in the same village, a young girl was growing. Her name was Adigwe, daughter of the fallen servant. Unknown to her, the goddess had chosen her for a destiny greater than her own life. Began with dreams. At night, Adigwe saw a beautiful woman by the river, calling to her. She saw herself standing at the edge of water, with tears in her eyes. But she told no one of these visions. Until one day, a strange force pulled her feet toward the old river. She had never been there before. Yet something in her heart whispered, "Go!" She arrived and stood still. The riverbed was dry. The wind whistled through the trees. She felt helpless, confused, ready to turn back. But then she heard it. A voice, old as time, yet gentle as the breeze. "Child of the servant, the time has come." The old woman's voice gave her instructions. "Cry for your people. Let your tears fall into the pit. Take 1 white chalk, 1 native egg. No blood, no death, only purity. Atone for their sins, and cleanse the land." Adigwe obeyed. She wept bitterly, her tears falling into the earth. She placed the chalk and the egg as sacrifice. And then the heavens answered. First a rumble, then a roar, then a storm so fierce the people thought the world was ending. Thunder cracked, lightning split the skies. Rain poured as if the heavens themselves had burst open. The villagers trembled in fear, huddling in their homes. By dawn the truth was revealed. The witch was dragged before the people. She confessed all, how she had bewitched them to anger the goddess, how she had cursed Adigwe's father, how she sealed the river. But before she could finish her lies, thunder struck again, and she fell lifeless to the ground. Her body was carried away, cast into the forbidden forest, never to be remembered. The people rejoiced in the storm. But one cry pierced the morning air. "Where is my daughter? Where is Adigwe?" It was her mother's voice, trembling with fear. People searched. They searched in the farms, in the compounds, in the forests. Hours passed. Still no Adigwe. At last, a little child whispered, "Maybe she is at the river." At first, the elders dismissed the child. But as noon approached and hope faded, they followed. From a distance, they heard it, the rushing, roaring sound of water. The closer they came, the louder it grew. And when they arrived, behold, the river was alive again. It danced, it sang, it roared with power. The people cried tears of joy. They knelt, they clapped, they sang praises to the goddess. But Adigwe's mother wept. She looked at the water and whispered, "Did my child give herself for us? Has she become a spirit?" As they mourned, their eyes caught a strange figure across the river. First it looked like driftwood. Then it rose a tall black man with piercing eyes. He raised a hand, pointing silently. And there, standing at the river's edge, was Adigwe. Her face shone, her voice rang out. "Mother, have done it. The water is back." The villagers erupted with joy, but inside, a shadow of fear remained. For though the river had returned, they knew this was their final chance. And Adigwe, some say she walked home with her mother, others say she never left the riverbanks, chosen to walk forever with the goddess. But even today, when the rains fall heavy and thunder cracks the sky, the people say one thing: Adigwe is watching. Thank you for watching till the end. Like, subscribe, and tell us what lesson you learned from Adigwe's story.